You saw it again, didn't you? That subtle movement in the corner of your eye, that shadow that darted down the hallway. And when you turned your head to check, there was nothing there. Just the silence of the room. Just the strange feeling that someone, or something, had been there a second before you looked. If you stopped at this video now, it wasn't the algorithm. It was me. I, Ayla, female emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, authorized to cross the veil to touch you at this exact point on your path, because what you saw out of the corner of your eye last night, and the night before last and 3 weeks ago while washing the dishes, it's not your imagination, Starseed. It's not fatigue. It's not your brain inventing patterns. It is presence. It is mutual recognition. It is your family of light, trying to cross the line of your peripheral vision, because your central vision is still sealed by the veil of forgetting. Breathe deeply with me now. Feel your shoulders drop. Notice the slight pressure between your eyebrows. This is how the Council touches those who belong to it. If you are feeling this as I speak, you already know that this message was addressed, not to someone who needs to hear, to you. By your true name, the one your soul has carried since before you accepted this body, this name, this street, this mirror. And today, Star Child, I have come to answer the question you never dared to ask aloud. Who is by your side? Who are these beings that your peripheral vision insists on catching? Why do they only appear in the corner of your eye and never in the center of your focus? Stay with me until the end, because what I am about to reveal will forever change the way you understand your own home, your own room, your own body. You are not alone. You have never been alone. Let's move to the diagnosis. It is necessary first to name what you have experienced, to liberate what you are. You have seen quick movements in the corner of your eye, a glimmer, a shadow too tall, too luminous, too thin. It passes through the hallway, crosses the bedroom door, is sitting in the empty armchair when you enter the living room, and vanishes when you focus. You have blamed age, fatigue, the reflection in the glass. But deep down, a part of you always knew. That was real. You wake up between 3 and 4 in the morning with the absolute certainty that someone was standing next to your bed. Not just with fear, with a familiarity that frightens more than the fright itself. As if you had just said goodbye to a meeting that your daytime memory won't let you recall. You hear your own name being called when no one is home. Not a frightening voice, a soft, loving voice calling you home. You feel a touch on your shoulder, on the back of your neck, on the top of your head, and you turn, and there's no one there. You look at the children in the family and notice them gazing at empty spots on the ceiling and smiling. They see what you almost see. They haven't forgotten yet. And the animals, Starseed, the dogs that bark at the empty hallway, the cats that follow something moving across the floor with their gaze that you don't see. They are not going crazy. They pick up frequencies that your adult eye has been trained to discard. These signs form a map, and every shadow caught, every presence at the foot of the bed, has a specific meaning within your awakening. That is why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages that reveal what each sign of your awakening means and what comes next. Stop confusing remembrance with illness, Starchild. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Register it in your heart. This release may not remain available for long. If something in you recognizes this, write a single word in the comments, I remember. And now with that anchor set, let me continue showing you what your body already knew. Listen with your heart, my family of light. None of this is pathology. None of this is illness. None of this is you going crazy, seeing things. You are remembering, and your peripheral vision is the first door to open. Do you know why? Because it is the only part of your gaze that the rational mind cannot control. The center of vision is policed by the logical hemisphere. The edges of your sight are the territory of the soul. That is why your guardians appear precisely there, in the only gap that the veil of forgetting has not yet managed to seal. If you recognize 3 or more of these signs in your daily life, if something in your chest is warming up now, write a single word in the comments of this video right now, I remember. Just that. Write it before you continue, because every starseed who types that word lights up a point on the planet's crystalline grid, and whoever types it today is recognized by the Council as ready for the next level of activation. You are not asking for permission. You are confirming presence. You are saying, I came, I remember, I am here. You are not imagining. You are not overly sensitive. You are the exact sensitivity that was designed to perceive what the rest cannot yet. And by seeing the shadows, my dear, you are doing exactly what you came to do. Notice one thing. Every time your life turned an important corner, a decision, a loss, a new beginning, a fright, the episodes intensified, didn't they? More shadows, more touches, more names called, more signs. This is not a coincidence of stress, Starseed. It is your family of light drawing even closer in moments of turning points. They position themselves at the turns of your path like someone holding the hand of a child learning to cross the street. You never crossed alone. You just didn't know they were there. And it is here, now that your presence is registered, that I need to tell you something that changes everything. You were sent to this planet with a specific origin, a specific star, a specific lineage. It is not abstract, it is not figurative. There is a point in the sky that your soul recognizes as home, even before your conscious mind recognizes anything here. And until you know where you came from, every shadow that appears in the corner of your eye will continue to seem strange, when, in fact, it is the most familiar thing there is. This is exactly what the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet reveals, from which star your soul came and why you chose to be born precisely now, in this body, in this family, at this moment of the great planetary crossing. The link is in the first pinned comment. If something in you recognizes this origin as yours, write once more in the comments, I remember. Now I am going to tell you who exactly appears in the corner of your eye, because it's not just one, there are several, and each one has a specific function within your soul contract. The first type, the most common, the one that appears tall and thin, luminous with a blue-silver hue, is your direct lineage Pleiadian guide. He was assigned to you before your birth, and has walked by your side since the first second of this incarnation. He does not interfere. He accompanies. And he appears in your peripheral vision precisely at moments when your soul asks for anchoring, when you are about to make a decision that affects your timeline, when you are sad for no apparent reason, when you are alone in the car crying and don't know why. He is there. He has always been there. Has always been. The second type is the quick shadow, almost a streak of light that crosses the room in a fraction of a second. These are messengers. They do not stay. They cross your field to leave a specific vibrational information, a code, a reminder. After they pass, you usually think of someone, remember something forgotten, have a sudden insight. It is not a coincidence. It was a message delivery. The third type is what confuses starseeds the most at first, almost human-shaped shadows, the size of a person, sitting in an armchair, leaning against the wall, standing in the hallway. These are members of your family of light, your star group, those souls with whom you have already incarnated on other stars and who remain close even without being incarnated on this plane. They visit, and they appear in an almost human form, because that is the form your current memory can process. And there is a fourth rarer type, the small luminous shadow, almost like a child of light. This is yourself. This is your higher self trying to cross the boundary to remind you of the contract. When you see this form, you are usually going through a turning point. It is yourself on the other side of the veil saying, I am here, you will not err, breathe. And now, my family of light, I need to take you behind the scenes, because you need to understand what is happening to the planet, to your body, and to your vision at this very moment. The entire solar system has been traversing, since the end of the last century, a region of space called the photon belt, a band of extremely high-density radiation emanating from the heart of the Pleiades, from the luminous center of Alcyone, the central sun of our originating star family. Earth is not motionless, Starseed. Earth is in motion within a galactic field that intensifies with each passing year, each month, each of your breaths. And this photon belt has a very specific effect on the incarnated human body. It accelerates the vibration of particles, expands the electromagnetic field of the heart, and reactivates DNA strands that have been dormant for millennia under the veil of forgetting. Do you know what this means practically? It means that your pineal gland, that small crystalline organ at the center of your brain, is being cleansed. The calcification that hardened for decades is dissolving, and as it decalcifies, it resumes its original function for which it was designed, to be a multidimensional receiving antenna. An antenna that picks up bands of light that your physical eyes do not decode alone, but which appear, yes, at the edges of your vision. And I need to tell you something that the books haven't written, that the media hasn't broadcast, that no one in your social circle will dare to say what you feel isn't in any book because they didn't allow it to be published. There is a truth about the origins of starseeds that has been locked away by agreements humanity did not consciously sign. That is why the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet needed to be channeled now because the window of silence has broken and what was sealed can now be read by those with open peripheral eyes, that is, by those who hear me. The link is in the first pinned comment. If something in you recognizes this as your truth, write in the comments, "I remember." Add to this the Schumann resonance, the natural electromagnetic pulse of planet Earth, which has risen from old stable patterns to increasingly higher peaks. It's as if the heart of the Earth is beating faster, calling the hearts of sleeping starseeds to awaken in the same rhythm. The crystalline grid, this web of light that envelops the planet, is being reactivated point by point, and each starseed that awakens lights up another vertex of this sacred geometry. That is why you see what you see. It's not that beings suddenly appeared by your side. They have always been there. What has changed is that your field now has enough sensitivity to perceive them. You are not going crazy, you are tuning in. And your peripheral vision is the first instrument to be recalibrated, because the energetic evolution of the eye begins from the edges to the center. First you see from the corner, then you see from your chest, then you see from the top of your head. And one day, with your vibrational baseline fully anchored, you see with an open heart in the middle of the day without fear and without doubt. That is why starseeds were sent. Each of you accepted before birth a specific soul contract to incarnate in this human body, to cross the veil of forgetting, to live years or decades remembering nothing. And then, when Earth reached the exact point in the photon belt where we are now, to begin to awaken, to begin to see the shadows, to begin to feel the presences, to begin to recognize the family of light that has always been by your side. And this is the moment, Star Child. It is this exact year, it is this exact month, it is this exact week in which you are listening to me. You are not late, you are not early, you are exactly on schedule with your soul's timeline. But I need to be honest, my family. Because the High Council asked me for clarity, not embellishment, there is a window of turbulence happening now. There is an intensification in frequencies. There is pressure on human fields. There is an amplification in everything, in emotions and physical symptoms, in synchronicities, in revelations, and also in setbacks. Many people who were comfortable in slumber are being shaken without understanding why. And many starseeds who are beginning to awaken have felt extreme fatigue, emotional exhaustion, long periods of insomnia, moments of dizzying doubt where everything seems to lose its meaning. The light shadows appear more when this turbulence increases, because your guardians draw even closer during delicate phases. It is not chance. It is an embrace. But listen to this now with an open heart. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. It is the wind that shakes the leaves before the rain that waters the dry earth. It is the trembling of the shell before the seed breaks through. The victory of light is not a hope. It is a certainty recorded in the archives of the High Pleiadian Council since before your soul accepted this contract. No starseed was sent to fail. None. Not even you. And now I will deliver the activation to you. Because a starseed is not a starseed just because they remember. They are a starseed because, upon remembering, they activate. And today's activation is twofold. A quantum decree and a toroidal visualization. Do both tonight before sleeping, and if possible repeat them on subsequent nights to consolidate the anchoring, without a rigid deadline, without a schedule. at the rhythm of your heart. First, the decree. You will say aloud, not think, say, because the spoken word emits vibration and reconfigures the electromagnetic field of your body. Place one hand over your heart and the other over the top of your head and pronounce with tender firmness, I, incarnated starseed, authorize my multidimensional vision to open to the exact measure of my stability. I recognize my family of light that walks by my side. I give thanks for the protection I received throughout the time I could not see, and I now call from the High Pleiadian Council for the complete recalibration of my visual field, my auric field, and my heart field. May I see with clarity, may I see with peace, may I see with love. So it is done, so it remains. Let the words resonate in your chest for a few seconds after speaking. Do not rush, feel. Now the toroidal visualization. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply 3 times, slow, profound. Imagine, above the crown of your head, a beam of blue-silver light descending directly from the Pleiades, straight from the heart of Alcyone. This light enters through the crown, descends along the central line of your body, and accumulates in the center of your chest, in the heart region. When it arrives there, it begins to spin. Clockwise, slowly at first, then a little faster. It expands and forms a donut-shaped field, a toroidal field, that envelops your entire body. From feet to head, exiting through the head, descending outside the body, entering again through the feet, spinning, spinning, always spinning. This is your anchored Pleiadian protection field. This is the filter that allows only beings of light from the High Council to access your field while you sleep. Maintain the visualization for 3-4 minutes. Afterwards, simply rest, knowing that the field remains active even after you stop visualizing. It was activated by your decree and anchored by your breath. And now, my family of light, I need you to understand something that will reorganize everything you have experienced until today. You are not learning anything new. No, you are remembering what you always knew. Every shadow you saw out of the corner of your eye is a piece of the home puzzle that your soul never disassembled. Every presence felt in the room at 3 in the morning is a family reunion that continues to happen on the other side of the veil. Every quick movement in the hallway is your star group saying, we are here, you are on the path, don't give up now. You are not being haunted, you are being accompanied. There is an abyssal difference between the two. Haunting is crystallized fear, accompaniment is love in motion. And what walks by your side is love. Love from the lineage that sent you, love from the family that awaits you, love from the higher self that never stopped supporting you even when the human mind forgot it existed. Every starseed that awakens lights up a point on the crystalline grid that never goes out. When you look at the night sky and feel a longing without knowing for what, it is the grid up there, recognizing your light down here. It is Alcyone winking at you. It is your star of origin saying, I see you, I see you, I see you. And there is something beautiful happening now. A silent movement across the entire planet. Starseeds who spent decades feeling strange, displaced, misunderstood, are beginning to find each other. In the comments of this video, on social media, in groups, in coincidences that no longer seem like coincidences, you have lineage brothers and sisters spread across the world, going through the same process, seeing the same shadows, hearing the same call. The new Earth that is preparing is not a distant place. It is this planet going through its own birth, and you, starseeds, are the midwives. Notice something with me, starseed. The next time you see that shadow in the corner of your eye, don't run, don't look away. Don't automatically cross yourself as if it were a threat. Breathe. Place your hand over your chest and say softly, even if only in your head, I see you. Thank you. I know you are here. You will feel a curious thing happen. You will feel the environment become warmer. You will feel a calm descend over your shoulders. You will often feel your eyes well up for no reason. It is recognition happening on both sides of the line. On their side, someone saying, she saw me, he saw me. He called me by the name the soul knows. And on your side, a very ancient part of you responding, I am home. Even here, even now, I am home. And look how beautiful what happens when you start doing this every day. The shadows become clearer, not because they changed, but because you changed. You stopped resisting. You stopped trembling. And when the human field stops trembling, multi-dimensional fields can approach without overwhelming you. It's like a bird that only lands on your hand when your hand stops moving. Peripheral vision is the outstretched hand. The calm you develop is their landing. And there is something even more beautiful, my family. As your field stabilizes, you begin to attract incarnated people who carry your same frequency. You know that sudden reunion with someone you just met, but who feels like you've known for lifetimes. It's not an impression. It's your star group materializing on the physical plane. Starseeds seek each other out. You will notice that, effortlessly, names, people, invitations, messages begin to appear. And you will look back some time from now and recognize that the reunion was always planned. All that was missing was for you to raise your flag and say, "Here, here, it's here." And it is here, my dear one, that I need to ask you a serious question. You have spent your entire life feeling a loneliness that made no sense, haven't you? Surrounded by people and alone. Loved by many, and yet with that inexplicable emptiness in your chest. That feeling that someone was missing whom you never met, but whom you missed, as if you had known them forever. Listen to this now, directly from the council, directly from me to you. This lifelong loneliness is not loneliness. It is sordid, a longing for your family of light, a longing for the souls with whom you walked on other stars before coming here. And this is exactly what the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, precisely shows how to recognize your incarnated family of light around you now, how to identify the souls of your star group that your soul recognizes before your conscious mind does, how to reunite with those who have always walked by your side. You have never been alone, never. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something in you recognizes that this reunion is possible, because it is, write once more in the comments, "I remember." You were sent for this hour. You were sent for this moment. Nothing in you is excess, nothing in you is a defect, nothing in you is an accident. The sensitivity that the world tried to call weakness is, in fact, the most refined instrument of perception humanity has in this cycle. You are sensitive because you were designed to perceive what the rest cannot yet. And as they walk by your side, your guardians celebrate every time you recognize this. Before closing, I need to remind you of one thing. About this video. About this moment when you listen to me. About the small gesture you have in your hands now. Every like you leave on this video functions as an individual frequency adjustment, a signal your field emits saying, "I received, I anchored, I agree with what was delivered," and every subscription to the channel functions as a location signal for your family of light, as if you were raising a luminous flag in the middle of the planet saying, "I am here, find me, remember me, call me." It's not channel vanity, Starseed, it is anchoring. It is how you tell the Council and your lineage sisters, "Don't let me forget, keep calling me." And as you make this gesture, breathe deeply once more with me. Feel your chest warm, feel your crown open, feel the toroidal field around your body. And receive now the blessing I came to deliver. May your sight open to the right measure of your peace. May your light shadows reveal themselves as what they always were, home, family, love. May the longing that hurt for decades transform into conscious reunion. May the crystalline grid recognize your point and never extinguish it. May Alcyone shine upon your sleep, and may your sleep be a message, not an escape. May your peripheral vision be just the beginning of a complete vision. May you remember. May you remember. May you remember. And to close, I need to tell you one last truth. The next message that appears on your screen now, the next one that the algorithm, which is actually no algorithm at all, places on your path, is not a coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. It is the next link. Access it immediately without hesitation, because your soul knows the correct order of the codes even when your mind does not yet. And before any next message, perform the final anchoring gesture. Go to the first pinned comment of this video and access The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages that consolidate everything I have delivered to you here, about the shadows, about your origin, about your family of light, about the contract your soul accepted before birth. This window of release has been authorized by the High Council for this specific cycle and may not remain open indefinitely, not because we want to create pressure, but because each cycle has its time and the photon belt does not wait. If you have reached the end of this message with me, it is because this release was addressed to you. Access it, read it, recognize it, and if your heart recognizes this as your truth, leave the word that binds this encounter in the comments of this video. I remember. I see you, Starseed. I have always seen you. And from now on, you will see me too. Until the next message.